Welcome to Badminton Unlimited, your weekly access to badminton and beyond. This week, we sit down with Kidambi Srikanth as the Indian men's singles ace talks about rediscovering his form. And we look ahead to the biggest individual competition of the year, the TOTAL BWF World Championships 2017.
He's done it. That's absolutely brilliant. Srikanth Kidambi.
Incredible. And a second Super Series title in 2 weeks.
Kidambi Srikanth is playing the best badminton of his career. Having won the last 2 World Super Series tournaments in Indonesia, then Australia, the Indian shuttler is the man of the moment in men's singles. And the 23-year-old is mighty pleased to have found his winning touch after struggling with injury.
I've been out for like 3 months, last year. So it was like, the moment I, came back from that injury, the moment I recovered from that, it was just to enjoy playing badminton. That's it, And I really missed so much of competitive badminton, so now it's just about being there in the tournament as long as possible.
It was a testing period for Kidambi, who has had to endure the time away from the game and getting back to form after coming out of his injury. But the player who was once ranked number 3 in the world knew it was a matter of time before he got going again.
I think when I was actually injured after the Olympics, I was 8. And then by the time I recovered and started playing, I really lost so many points. And then I think I was somewhere in 20s, and then after a couple of months I slipped to that 31 or whatever. I think injury period was very tough because I never got such a big break. So it was tough for me also to just sit without really playing badminton. So it was tough, and then I think. But still, it was like I didn't want to push myself, to really get back on court quick. It was just to give myself that little bit more rest I required, and I know if I can actually recover well and then start playing, I knew I'll definitely one day I'll definitely pick it up, get back to my 100% for sure.
Srikanth's positive attitude and hard work in training started to reap rewards. He reached the final of the Singapore Open in April, giving him the belief that he was getting back on track.
To play finals there, I think it was a big confidence booster for me. That's the time I really started believing in myself. And I think that Singapore, I really played well throughout the week. I really played well against some top players there, and I think that really gave that belief, that really gave that confidence I needed.
Although Srikanth lost in the Super Series final to compatriot Sai Pranith, the good showing in Singapore spurred him to push on in the next events.
Going into the Indonesia, it wasn't about winning the Super Series or playing in other finals. It was just to play well from the first round, because before the Indonesia Open, I was somewhere around 25 or something, and then in the first round itself I really got to play a top 10 player. So it was to play well from the very beginning. It was to play well from first round, because I'm playing a higher ranked opponent. It's just to play well, that's it.
And play well was exactly what the Indian shuttler did. Srikanth went all the way in Jakarta to top the podium at the World Super Series Premier Tournament.
Srikanth Kidambi has bounced back.
It was a special tournament for sure. Indonesia is definitely one of the best badminton sporting nations we have, and to win a Super Series Premier in such a big, huge crowd, I think it was a fantastic moment. And then more than finals, I would say the semi-finals match was a tough one, a very close one against Sean Vanu. So I think that match really gave me so much more confidence.
And Kidambi didn't stop there. Buoyed by the result in Indonesia, he carried forward the winning momentum in Australia.
Game. The moment of victory.
going into the Australia also, it's still the same, to play well from the very beginning. I wasn't really thinking about winning, or I didn't really set any targets for myself. It was about just to play well. That's it. And after a tough week, it's always tough to play in the initial round. So yeah, in the Australia, it was I was only thinking about match by match. That's it.
The run of good results saw the Indian player climb back into the elite top 10. His recent turnaround coincided with India roping in Indonesian coach Mulyo Handoyo earlier this year. Together with head coach Pulela Gopachand, Mulyo has been instrumental in his marvelous return to form.
Mulyo came here in Feb, so that's when I actually recovered from an injury and started playing. So it was kind of like training with Mulyo was kind of something where I felt like I was starting from scratch. Like there's so much of him in my success for sure. Like training with him, the man who's really had so much of experience and then who's really trained Taufik for an Olympic medal, Olympic gold. So I think his experience really mattered so much, I feel.
Well, I think he's been somebody who's actually performed very well recently, and he's somebody who has a potential to do very well in the future. And we hope that he has a good performance at the World Championships, and also in the future he's somebody whom we can trust to have more results.
After the triumph in Sydney, Srikanth has become a marked man with the World Championships just around the corner. And the Indian ace is keeping to his strategy that has worked so far. Play to his best and not to be overly focused with the result.
So then there'll definitely be high expectations for sure, but for me it's about playing well, playing my game, my 100% from every round. That's it. I'm not really setting targets for myself there. It's just about playing that match. That's it. Like from the first rounds, at the World Championships will always be tough. So I'm only thinking about the initial rounds first, and then it's about match by match. That's it.
India has never had a player on top of the World Championships podium, and they'll be hoping there'll be a first in Glasgow. Trivia time. And how's your knowledge on the World Championships? We want you to tell us when was the last time Korea won gold at the prestigious individual tournament. Have a think, and we'll reveal the answer after the break. When we return, we are in Indonesia to find out why the Badminton Asia Junior Championships has become a stepping stone for future badminton stars. With digital innovations, shuttle time is now more fun, engaging and accessible than ever. So get connected to BWF's Badminton Schools program. Find out more about BWF's grassroots initiatives on these platforms. Download the app, visit the website and get active on Facebook. Your gateway to shuttle time has never been so easy. Before the break, we asked you, when was the last time Korea stood on top of the World Championships podium? The answer is 2014. 3 years ago, the combination of Ko Sung-hyun and Shin Baek-cho took Korea's World Championships total gold tally to 10. At the 2014 Leaning BWF World Championships in Copenhagen, the duo defeated compatriots and then top-ranked pair Lee Yong-dae and Yoo Yeon-sung in an intense and exhilarating 3 games to claim their maiden World Championships crown. That year, Korea showed their prowess in men's doubles, as the East Asian nation claimed gold, silver and bronze. Asia has long been a hotbed for badminton's finest talent. 5-time world champion Lin Dan of China, Indonesia's Olympic gold medalist Taufik Hidayat, and Korea's double specialist Lee Yong-dae, who bowed out with 43 World Superseries titles, are just a few names in an endless list of illustrious players hailing from the region. But before they graced sport's biggest stages and went on to become stars of the game, there was one tournament that was instrumental in their formative years: the Badminton Asia Junior Championships.
Our focus is very much into the development of badminton, and having events like junior events are really important for the development of the sport. So the first time that this event was actually started was back in 1997. Interestingly to know that Taufik Hidayat was the first champion of the boys singles. So you can see over the years that this event has actually elevated leaps and bounds. More and more players currently at the international circuit actually come from this junior, Asian Junior.
Well into its 20th installment, Badminton Unlimited was in Jakarta, Indonesia recently to find out how the annual competition has remained a fixture in Badminton Asia's calendar of events. Jaya Raya, one of the country's leading badminton institutions, was given the honor of running this year's edition. With over 200 players from 23 countries competing this year, it was an exciting prospect for administrators and players alike.
Kita sudah 3 kali menyelenggarakan pertandingan.
We have already organized 3 junior international competitions. In all of the competitions, and especially the third one, both the BWF and Badminton Asia inspect our capabilities as hosts. At the end of it, they were happy with what they saw and thought we did well. That gave us encouragement to grab the chance to hold this tournament.
Yang membuat kita tuh berani untuk ambil chance ini. Ini juga satu rekod kalau 20.
It is a record when you have 23 countries competing in the competition. I feel it's a wonderful opportunity considering there wasn't as many before. It's amazing to have 23 nations here.
Sekarang bisa 23 negara.
Ya tentunya senang ya Bang.
I feel proud that Indonesia is the host country. There is also a team tournament for the juniors.
Di junior senang banget sih maksudnya.
It's great to be here as this is my first time in the competition.
Ikut aja saya ini.
The tournament began with the mixed team championships before individual titles were contested. In 9 exciting days of competition, Korea reigned champions in the team event, and there was a diverse mix of players on the individual winners' podium.
This year, we actually see there is no one outstanding country that is outstanding favorite. You have like 7, 8 almost equal team that vying for the championship. From quarterfinals onwards, matches were all down to the wire. The final was like a 6-hour epic. There's a lot of unexpectation, which is good for sports. So yeah, this augurs well for the sport actually.
Kalau satu event yang sebesar gini,
An event as big as this, we have to be ready from the start until the finish. And with this tournament stretching for so long, it's not just about the player's stamina, but also every worker involved here. They have to be able to go through each day, all the way to the end of the tournament. I need to make sure they don't fall sick.
bilang jangan sampai ada yang sakit gitu.
While the level of competition gets higher every year, it doesn't distract the region's governing body from giving teams from some of its member associations the chance to rub shoulders with established powers in the game.
I believe this is also a platform for our members association from the less developing countries. What I meant by less developing is in terms of badminton, that there is also a platform for them to participate, to play with players from developed countries. So this is good opportunity for them, good exposure for them, which they may not get in their own country.
This is my first big tournament and I can see a lot of good players. And I see and feeling I am getting experience and I want to come back to the Uzbekistan and training more harder.
Whatever the ambitions of these young starlets, one thing is for sure. The Badminton Asia Junior Championships provides them with a solid stage to take their game to the next level. And as this tournament grows from strength to strength, the future of Asian badminton appears to be in safe hands.
Kalau saya lihat emang kejuaraan.
These junior tournaments are very important, especially when you're trying to make badminton bigger than it already is. Isn't that the goal? To make badminton a true global sport. We want more countries to know badminton and enjoy it. Hopefully, as each day passes, the sport will win more enthusiasts.
Orang-orang itu main bulu tangkis.
Such tournament not only allow players to play, but also allow some kind of publicity and marketing for badminton in Asia. So yeah, this is our hope actually, to make badminton the most popular sport in Asia. Badminton is basically an ecosystem which involves officials, technical officials, players, countries. It's an ecosystem that we need to take care of and preserve. Yeah.
After the break, we preview the TOTAL BWF World Championships as we look at the hot favourites in the hunt for the coveted crowns. Get connected with us on social media. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook and tell us what you think of the latest news, or perhaps you just want to leave an encouraging post for your favourite player on Facebook. If you've got any comments or photos, share them with us on these social media platforms. The world's most prestigious individual badminton tournament, the TOTAL BWF World Championships, is back for its 23rd edition. The BWF major event returned after a year of hiatus due to the 2016 Olympic Games. And once again, badminton fans will witness elite-level shuttlers from across the globe battling for the honour of being crowned the world's best. This year, the sport's top players will descend on Scotland's largest city, Glasgow.
Glasgow have been hosting badminton events for many years at different levels, and they have a very high level organizational skills, so I'm sure the event will be perfectly set up, and it'll be a joy for players, spectators to come and join the event and experience what a World Championship really is. I mean, it's one of the highest showcase events we have to show badminton at its best.
Medaling at the World Championships and the Olympics is the highest honour a player can aspire for. And recent Rio medalists are eager to repeat their winning performance in Scotland.
I think the World Championships after an Olympic Games is always very, very interesting. There's been a little break of World Championships. The Olympic champions will have to go out and prove themselves and actually prove to the world that their Olympic medals can be repeated in a World Championships context. And the ones that actually didn't medal in the Olympics, you know, they will go out and try and prove that that was a big mistake and they should have had those medals. And now they're going for the World Championships. I'm sure everybody will be eager to prove themselves, and I'm sure it'll be a very competitive World Championships.
The women's singles is arguably the most open field this year, with the top 5 shuttlers coming from 5 different nations. With current world number 1, Chinese Taipei's Tai Tzu-ying appearing at the Summer Universiade in the same period as the championships, defending champion and Olympic gold medalist Carolina Marin of Spain has one less competitor to worry about. Among the strong contenders are Japan's pluckiest shuttlers. Top seed Akane Yamaguchi, Australian Open winner Nozomi Okuhara, and Indonesia Open champion Sayaka Sato give the Japanese side a formidable look. Also eyeing the prize title is India's Pasala V. Sindhu. The Olympic silver medalist is aiming to peak in Glasgow and is eager to better the 2 bronzes she already has in her medal collection.
Well, definitely, of course, gold is definitely a high thing because I've got 2 times bronze, so this time better than the bronze. So I wanted to change the color. So hope it happens.
China have held on to the women's doubles crown for a decade, and the Chinese are determined to continue that record. Leading the charge are Indonesia Open winners Cheng Qingchen and Jia Yifan. Their intelligent and attacking-minded game can unnerve the toughest of opponents. The pressure is also on Olympic gold medalists Misaki Matsutomo and Ayaka Takahashi of Japan. With only 1 Super Series title to their name this year, the top seeds have much to prove. Korea's All-England champions Chang Ye-na and Lee So-hee will be hoping to add another feather to their cap after helping their country to a historic victory at the Sudirman Cup. Denmark's Camilla Rytter-Juhl and Christina Pedersen are also not to be trifled with. The Danes will be hoping to go one better than their silver medal finish at the last World Championships. Men's doubles has the potential to turn out the most heart-stopping on-court battles. Fans can look forward to the exploits of China's young and explosive Li Junhui and Liu Yucheng. Over the last 2 months, the Chinese pair has been jostling with Matthias Bo and Carsten Mogensen for the #1 ranking in the world. Denmark's veteran pair may be the most senior, but they can still pack a punch. There is also Malaysia's Olympic silver medalists Goh Wee Shem and Tan Wee Keong, and 2017's most exciting men's doubles pair, Indonesia's Marcus Fernaldi Gideon and Kevin Sanjaya Sukamuljo. They've won 3 Super Series titles back-to-back, including the prestigious All England, and they are hungry for more.
We are not satisfied with our achievements yet. We have won the Super Series, but there are many tournaments we want to win. We can achieve more.
China has 3 mixed doubles pairs in the world's top 5 contesting for the World Championships. Hopes are pinned on Zheng Siwei and Cheng Qingchen, and Lu Kai and Huang Yaqiong. Both pairs have been in red-hot form this season, and a final could be a possibility. Indonesia's Olympic heroes Tontowi Ahmad and Liliana Natsir are also going to pull out all the stops in Glasgow. But they might have to fend off opposition from debutantes Malaysia's Tan Kian Meng and Lai Peiqing, and Sudirman Cup heroes Choi Sol-gyu and Che Yu-jung, who are in their half of the draw. The mixed doubles event will certainly witness some fiery contests. Lin Dan, Lee Chong-wei, Chen Long. The names of these heavyweights of badminton will bring the crowds to their feet. Emirates Arena is certainly in for some colossal battles, with Lee and Chen potentially meeting in the quarterfinals, and the winner could face 5-time world champion Lin Dan in the final. But there are others who are also ready to shine on this illustrious stage. Korea's Son Won-ho, enjoying the high of his world #1 status, and the Sudirman Cup victory is in the same quarter as India's Kidambi Srikanth.
And it's always special to win medals at such big events, and India I really love to get a medal there for sure, but I don't really want to set any targets for myself, and then it eventually ends up to put so much pressure on me. So it's about just thinking about match by match for me.
Denmark's Victor Axelsen is the only seeded European in the top 10. Returning to action after a foot injury, the Danish ace will have to contend with the likes of Hong Kong's Eun Ka Long and India's Singapore Open winner Sai Pranith in his quarter.
The draw has a lot to do with it as well, but of course I would like to get a medal. I already have a bronze from a few years back, so hopefully I can go better than that, but a medal is of course a target at the moment.
The players are ready, the stage is set, and there will be fireworks at the TOTAL BWF World Championships 2017. Let's take a look at the tournaments coming up in the next few weeks in our Badminton Unlimited calendar. Next week, Prasala V. Sindhu shares with Badminton Unlimited the joy of winning silver at the Rio Olympics and the challenges she has faced to stay on top of the game. See you next week.